Ball's in the air, ball's on the turf. Either way, it's going to be a tough one tonight. And we are underway at Segra Field. Player down for Loudoun.
I do think keeping the ball now for LouCity is going to be very important because we talked about the fitness levels. You go into a very difficult place to play in. Great ball.
Jake Morris looking for an option. Harvey Neville coming to help. Morris takes an end line on his less preferred right foot. Back to his left now. Top of the area, blasted through, deflected, and out for a corner. Adams played in by Jimenez. Now Gibson lays it off for strike here by Winder. Takes a click off the heel of a defender and almost had Jackham in the wrong way. Sideways now, corner flag whipping there you see right at Harvey Neville. In swinger aided by the wind, flicked on by Ryan and headed home. Their fourth corner in the first 20 minutes, and finally it pays dividends. The 10th of the year for Zach Ryan.
Our brilliant way just to get the opener. As Zach Ryan just peels off the top of the 18-yard box, gets away from his individual marker, and what a fantastic flick on header. Doesn't need to hit it.
Put himself in good standing, whether it's to stay here, whether it's to move on somewhere else. He has done his job this year with 10 goals, 3 assists, and now his 26 starts. Ownby lays it off for Mogul, a worm burner here, and it's out for a goal kick. On him as well, Ryan Martin heaped the praise on Husu Landry this week, and rightfully so.
It's interesting. I asked Ryan Martin, yes, you bring in Harvey Neville, you bring in Jake Morris and Hagar to help you in terms of just their quality and level, but who's been the player?
Slip through from Ownby to Harris. Wilson Harris on his left foot, looking for a lane to shoot, and he curls it just wide.
Roach it because there's so much real estate to operate in, and if you are Turner or Lehman, you step off the line, there has to be terms of rotation for the other players underneath. The center back steps off, no one drops down to provide that coverage of Wilson Harris. You know anything about Wilson Harris.
This much rain plus electrical equipment doesn't usually work well together. Trying to get the other cameras back up and running for you. Here's Ownby moving his way through. Ownby collides with Turner, and the foul goes against Cole Turner, a yellow card to boot. Jimenez present to provide the outswinger with the left foot, Mogul the inswinger with the right foot. Doesn't look like it'll be a shot from here. They seem geared toward a service. Mogul does go for a goal, and it's off the post.
That's as far as I go, but we'll take a look at it here. Square. He hits it just so cheeky and so clever. Like you said, everyone in the building thought he was going to whip the ball into a dangerous area.
Coming into the day in the Eastern Conference, got that battle for 8th place right now between Tulsa, Detroit mainly. Miami's lurking. Loudoun with a win today would stay alive. Taken ahead by Harris, his shot blocked. Really, there's that line of demarcation after Louisville in 5th, and then there's just kind of the rest of the East. The Western Conference, different story. Colorado Springs, who a lot of people would say could maybe take home the title this year on their day. They're in 6th on 40 points. Morris for Hagar. Push through for Rocha.
Watch out.
And Rocha. Talking to the referee now, Kyle Johnston. He's shown a yellow card. Aside from your socks, your underwear, your shorts, and your jersey, if you're Louisville, what are you changing come the second half to try and get back in this game, unless you go ahead and get that equalizing goal here in the remaining few minutes?
If that secondary run, that late trailing run from a weak side that we've seen from LouCity, how clinical can you be? And your defensive 18-yard box is going to be the message.
from the corner, headed just wide.
So decisive when you come off your line, just misjudges like you said.
And that's one you'd pick him to score 99 times out of 100, but this is that one time. And with that, there's your whistle to end half number one. Loudoun a 1-0 lead over Louisville through the rain.
Manny Perez on this near side, Oscar Jimenez on the weak side, just creating overloads and stepping higher in the second half.
That is not what you needed out of that corner, but fortunately, we'll get to do it again. So Jimenez will try again. Whipped in now to the near post. And it'll be a goal kick. And hope the rest falls into place. So far, they're controlling what's in front of them. They're up 1-0. And they're letting Tulsa fall into place. Down 1-0. Chipped over the top toward Medkar and gathered by Zemla. Another in-swinger from Louisville. The header from Ownby off the post, and it ricochets out.
And Harvey Neville on that far side with Oscar Jimenez, because they need to make a decision. Do they stay centrally or do they go out and face the wingbacks? And as they step out, those gaps open up in those half spaces where you see Paulo Del Piccolo, where you see Gibson are just so good at picking and choosing those half pockets. I do think Danny Cruz in a right timely substitution just to give this second 45 minutes a different look and a different feel.
It's interesting how they have been shifting, though, between the 3-back look and the 4-back look, as the free kick will go Loudoun's way here. They started that 3-back look when they acquired Kyle Adams. He was the only piece missing to try and implement that look. And they have, well, it was a difficult showing against, as Wilson Harris picks up a yellow card here.
Oscar Jimenez to double down and deny Harvey Neville ball across.
Outswinger toward Morris, comes all the way through over the head of Tosh. Play on with a couple of bodies strewn about the box. Williamson gathers it. Williamson centers it. Balls for Landry. They can't get it clear, Louisville, right now. It's Landry again. Out for Neville. Beyond the hour mark, Harvey Neville flicks it up. Adams heads it away, but not clear. Back in toward Landry, flicks it centrally, and Morris puts it over the bar. There was a foul called, though, against Landry. Louisville was just begging for something bad to happen.
Do you think if you're Oscar Jimenez, the last couple haven't been the best services?
This one better, drops it in top of the 6, and it's blasted through by Tosh, but saved by Jackaman, and out for another corner. This one now from Jackaman.
This ball falls extremely kind.
A couple of changes coming now on both sides. Dylan Maris, Owen Dom checking in for Louisville. Jeremy Garay also came on for Loudoun. Here's Brian Ownby after the giveaway. Ownby across to Harris, it just runs by. Dom squares it back for Maris. Maris has it blocked, the two subs combining there. And it's cleared. Mogul stands over this one. They've been opting for the in-swingers of Jimenez lately, but no longer on the field, so it's the outswinger of Mogul. Comes out from Maris! What a way to tie it! Dylan Maris, level at 1.
Coming into this game just to give something that was lacking in terms of quality, but just terrific technique, terrific audacity to let this ball fall down after half volley.
For all the times this year that Loudoun shot themselves in the foot with a mistake in a game in which they were leading, you can't say it this time. That's one where you tip the cap. Now the question is, can you keep it 1-1? Over the top to Harris. Momentum squarely on Louisville's side now. Ownby blocked. Comes out for Del Piccolo. Perez. Rocha wave back on. Dylan Maris, somebody who they were really excited about bringing in. We were talking about it earlier that by and large, it's the same Louisville roster this year as it was last year.
You just see how dangerous LouCity are on set pieces. Whether it is Oscar Jimenez, whether it is Mogul Jr. Hooking the ball with a lot of pace into it.
Gonzalez looking for Harris. Maris already 1-2 his name. That time easy for Jackaman. Nice flick on to Wilson Harris. Tried from distance and won the corner. It's Mogul to deliver. Toward the back post. Gonzalez saved by Jackaman. Savage time brought to you by Novak. Delivering power you can count on. 4 minutes given. Give and go between Del Piccolo and Harris. Maris. Wilson Harris! Louisville on the way to 3 points from behind.
Wilson Harris just gives you the ability to create something out of nothing, create his own space, and that's something that's so important as a striker. How's that for a little pullback to send Turner packing? The bend, the whip, the precision. You see the disbelief on the back end of it from the Loudoun players, from the Loudoun faithful. Fantastic strike. Top quality from Wilson Harris to give his 9th.
Taking it to the corner, Dom. And there's the final whistle. Loudoun officially eliminated from playoff contention after Louisville came on the road and came from behind. Wilson Harris the winner, 90+1.
Danny Cruz talked to us on the phone, said this club does not lose 2 games in a row.